Weakness to warrior mindset. Today I'm going to talk about my process, or my consistency. So I have some flashcards here, and as you can see, 12/23 of 25, I started measuring, keeping track of my measurements from month to month, and it was always 30 days later. I actually started in November of 2025. And on that date, that's when I started. And then 30 days later, I measured, I took pictures. And every 30 days, I measured and took pictures. So when I first started out on 12/23 of 25, I had a 41-inch chest, a 48-inch freaking shoulder width. My freaking waist was 35, my belly was 35, my biceps were 14, my quad muscles were 20, my calves were 14 inches, and my butt was 38 inches. As of today, 5/22/26, 180 days later, my chest is at 38 inches, my shoulders are at 44 and a half. My waist, that was last night, was at 33 inches. My belly was at 33 inches. My biceps were 13. My quads were at 19. My calves were still at 14. My butt got reduced to 36 and a half. And then I started measuring my forearms and my neck at 14 inches. So as you can see, I lost about a couple inches off my waist. Now, as of this morning, if I can measure them, and this is not sucking in. Sucking in ain't going to do anything anyways, because the sides is still going to have it. So, 31 inches. That's, above my belly button, at my belly button, 31 and a half. Don't want the harmonica to freaking skew anything. And that little poopy poop, 31 and a half. So I've lost almost 4 inches off my waist by doing what? Easy. Tracking my calories, weighing my food, getting my steps in, going to the gym, being consistent, eating whole foods. That's the key. Drinking my water, not drinking soda. And I still have 2 more weeks to go. You can start to see definition. So I have this stupid little skin, but it'll go away. Trust me, it'll go away. I am down to 159-ish pounds. I still got a few pounds left to go, maybe 2. And hopefully that'll get me to my 31-inch waist. 31-inch waist. And then I'll go into my maintain. or maintain, yeah. Obviously, yeah, but maintain, but my main gain phase, where I'll reverse diet out and then, gain lean muscle mass. And then in November, I will do a mini cut for about 6 to 8 weeks. That way, if I have gained any weight or any fat, which I should not because I'll be at maintenance calories. So at maintenance calories, you are maintaining your weight. You are not in a surplus. I am no longer in a deficit. So I should be able to maintain the physique I got at this current, body fat that I'm at, which is probably like 11 or 10%. Probably not 11, maybe it's more like 11.9 to 12.5. So again, I'm trying to get down to 10% by the end of the year. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get down there. That's why I'm going to do my main gain phase, get some muscle build up, and then do a mini cut for 6 to 8 weeks where I drop back down to, 2,000 calories. By then I should have enough muscle mass where I shouldn't lose any. Honestly, I haven't lost any. I mean, basically I've been, once a week measuring myself, and I would fluctuate between my freaking, biceps will fluctuate between 14 and 13, 14 and 13, and that was probably just, me retaining water, glycogen storage, probably inflammation from the workouts, but I haven't lost any muscle mass because I didn't really have any muscle mass, only, really lean muscle. So as you can see by these results, consistency trumps any kind of fad workouts. It freaking, your body starts to understand that, hey, we're in this for the long haul. We're not in this for freaking, a fad diet. We're not in this just for fucking shits and giggles. We're in this for the long haul. Like, you're going to go through stages. Trust me, you're going to go through stages. The weight is going to come down. The weight and fat's going to come off your body this way. It'll start in your face, and then it'll work its way down. And when there's no more weight or no more fat to take from up here, it'll start taking away from the belly, because that's the only place that it has to take away, because all the rest of it's gone. So you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to push through the messy middle. The messy middle is where you're going to start to look kind of worse-ish. Your body's going to stall. You're going to not think that the shit's happening, and you're like, well, it's just my genetics, and then you give up. That's the part where most men give up, is right there in that middle. They just give up before success. Your body will catch up. It's just going through a phase that it's never been through before, and that's losing fat. Your body is searching everywhere in your body to pull fat from, and when it finds it around your belly, it's going to pull it from there. But you have to be patient, and you have to be consistent. For some of you, it might take longer. Again, it took me, December, January, February, March, April, May. I'm on my 6th month. Losing the fat's going to be the easy part. Only if you stick to the diet. Only if you stick to your freaking deficit. You can have, maybe once a month, you can have a refeed meal, mostly carbs. I would jump up, maybe 150 to 250 carbs. That way, it sort of resets your metabolism so that your body's not always trying to slow down the metabolism, burn less energy, because you're getting less calories and you're dropping weight. So it's always best to have a refeed meal, not a cheat meal, because if you label it as a cheat meal, then you're going to go out and eat a bunch of bullshit. Like, my cheat meal was, or not my cheat meal, yeah. My refeed meal was freaking sushi, seaweed salad. I had that on Friday. as a celebratory meal because, I used the money for my freaking winning the 5K, coming in 7th, first in my age group and the first male. So I took that money that I won and I went out and I treated myself to some sushi. Great, great, great. That's my favorite food is sushi. I could go down, oh man, like sushi and sashimi for one. Oh my God. And with some freaking big old glob of freaking wasabi. I just love wasabi because it just burns the back of the burn. You bite it, burns in your brain, and then it comes up and you burns on your face. It's such a great, great feeling. It's so good. And for those of you that don't like wasabi, you should eat it. You should use it for toothpaste. Know what I mean? But anyways, I'm very proud of where I'm at, and you can be very proud of where you're at because you still have 6 months before the end of the year. Why wait? You should never wait to achieve your goals. You should just start. I want to achieve this. Okay, let's start it now. That way you have time. The holidays are coming up. You motherfuckers going to wait 2 weeks. Whoa, holidays are coming up. Guess I better lose some weight so I can eat some turkey. No, you need to start now. That way when you get to the freaking turkey meal, you can eat sensibly. Don't be going in there and shoving freaking pumpkin pie, apple pie, and sweet potato pie, and freaking 12 pounds of stuffing and ham and turkey. This year I ain't doing ham and turkey. I'm smoking a brisket because I get tired of that stupid shit. I mean, how many of you out there get tired of eating turkey and ham and freaking mashed potatoes every year? I do. I'm like, man, this is stupid. This is dumb. No, not me. I'm doing brisket. I'm going to smoke it for 14 to 16 hours. I have some really good meals. None of that stupid shit. But again, back to point. You need to track yourself. You need to have a starting point. That way, a month down the road, 2 months down the road, you can see that there's a certain freaking trend. There's a progression that you're starting to lose the weight. The inches around your body is starting to freaking shrink. It'll keep you motivated. Nothing keeps me motivated. I do it to do it because I have a desire. I have a burning desire to get what I want and get to where I want. And I have an end goal. And also I have a plan after that. What's going to happen is if you people do not have a definite goal and then an after action, after you reach that goal, you're going to get there and you're going to be like, well, this was it? Well, that wasn't that big of a deal. No. Once you get to where you're at, that's when the real fight begins. The real fight is maintaining that. Anybody can get to a point and then just stop and then go back. That's the easy part. It's a journey, not a destination. You will get to that point and that's your stepping stone. Okay, I'm here. I've made it. Now, the next phase is to maintain it and make it even better. Like 12%? Okay, great. Now you need to work on getting down to 10%. I would not recommend going below 10% because, it's very, very hard to maintain. And really just, for some people that's too extreme. Some people can be like, whoa, that's too extreme. Being able to see your abs with definition, I think that's a pretty good place to be. There's more millionaires in the world than there are people that have six-pack abs or that can see their abs. So you want to get into freaking 10%. You want to be super, super rare. Stick to the plan, track your shit, and continue watching Weakness to Warrior Mindset.